Joseph Cheney and Sons has been making shoes in Desborough since 1896. They do things the old-fashioned way. The leather is still hand-cut, although some modern help is now allowed. The pieces are stitched together to make the upper. And they end up here, where they're attached to a welt. This is soft cork material, which makes the shoes so comfortable. And now it's time for a sole. 300 pairs made this way every day before some extra buff and polishing, and then boxing and shipping out. Handmade in England still means a lot, enough to justify the $450 price tag for a pair.
This is where the process all starts. This is what we call the skin room. And actually in here you don't have to look far to see the various brands on the wrappers that have come from European sources. Yeah.
But the raw material is almost all from Europe. Fine calf's leather that arrives daily across the EU's open borders. But for how much longer?
Our business is actually hugely transactional within the European Union. We've got raw material coming in here virtually every day, and we convert that raw material here with the skilled labour that we've got into great shoes, and then a proportion of those shoes we export back to those same countries. So of course frictionless trade for us is hugely important.
A hard Brexit, or the dreaded no-deal scenario, would almost certainly mean tariffs being placed on all the leather that goes to make these shoes, and those extra costs would have to be passed on to the consumer, making an already expensive pair of English handmade shoes even more expensive. The British fashion industry is worth $36 billion a year. And like any other sector, it's the uncertainty over Brexit which is making people so nervous.
Business deals with change pretty well, and good businesses deal with change very well. What they don't deal with is uncertainty, and the uncertainty is the bad thing at the moment. That's the potential killer at the moment, is not knowing, because you can't plan, you can't invest on something you don't know. So we really have to know as soon as possible.
At Cheney and Sons, they accept Brexit is coming and they're ready to adapt. There's confidence in the product. But as the politicians enter the final stages of negotiations, they're hoping their voice will be heard and not drowned out by the political squabbling. They're hoping for a deal that preserves their skills and jobs and the communities that depend on them. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World in Desborough, Northamptonshire.